If your ankle and your foot is 50 plus years old, you should be able to balance, push yourself off. How'd you do? Test number 1 is to place your feet a few inches from the wall and then drive your knee towards that wall. If your heel lifts up off of the floor before your knee reaches that wall, then your ankle is stiff. Test number 2, raise your big toe by itself, bring it down, and raise your small toes, other 4 toes. Other side, raise your big toe by itself, raise your other 4 smaller toes by itself. Themselves. How did you do? Test number 3, single leg balance. Stand on one single leg and hold it solid. Just testing yourself maybe for about 30 seconds. Now, if in this time you are doing a lot of wobbling, okay, and it's taking a lot of effort, or your knee starts to collapse in, or even your foot rolls in, then there are some issues that need to be addressed. So if you tested that you have a difficulty with bringing the knees over the toes with one of the tests we did, then this is going to be an exercise for you. For your ankle to be able to move this way is important, and the limitations in that ability show up with walking on uneven surfaces, walking on like a trail, rocks, just something where, especially when you're not thinking about it and your ankle needs to respond, and if your ankle is not flexible, it can't respond like it should. So one way to improve that motion is a knee over toe move. And we're just going to keep it simple. And you can put your hands behind the kind of like below the knee, the fold of your knee, and then right behind like your calf muscles. And then you're going to lean forward and you're going to just press forward. I'm pressing forward into my tibial bone. Okay. And so you're getting a little actually dual benefit, especially if your knees don't bend like they should. But this will give you a stretch and help to improve that ankle range of motion. So for a corrective exercise, we are needing to strengthen our calf muscles and to strengthen our toe extensors. Now, I like to do that kind of in a dual purpose way, or an exercise that allows us to do both of those things. And I personally like the Toe Pro. Now, this is a foam, but it's designed with in a specific angle for you to complete the exercises that you kind of do it on the floor with a challenging angle, so that you're going to focus on those two extensors, which are important for your balance, for your push-off, and for your knees. So I'm going to demonstrate to you ways to use something like this. Okay, so for you to build some of the strength in your toes and in the calf muscles, which are going to help with your balance, then there are a couple of ways you can do it. One is kind of what we call eccentric strengthening, but what that really is that you're just going to come up onto your toes slowly, and then you're going to come down slowly. You saw that teeter, right? Up slowly and down slowly. So even that is strengthening. You can do the same thing with the knees bent, up slowly and down slowly. You can do this in front of a sink if that's needed in order to do your balance. Okay, so up slowly, down slowly, knees bent, up slowly, down slowly. Okay, so that's just using the floor. I personally do like the Toe Pro because of the design, like I mentioned before. This allows you to do the same exercises, just up at an angle, and you would best to do it with bare feet. But if you get on this, there is a groove towards the back end of the Toe Pro. You want to make sure your toes are in that space. So this is going to be just up and down. Knees are straight, and you can do this 15 times. You can also bend the knees and do the same thing. Keep the knees bent the whole time. That's a deeper muscle that a lot of times gives you pain um, if you're dealing with spurs. Okay, so this needs to be strengthened just as well. So 2 ways, straight floor method, but do it slowly, raising up, slowly down. If you do it that way, you can probably do 15, 20 of them. If you're really, really doing it slowly and you're tired at that first set of 15 or 20, then good. If you're not, do 2 sets. On the toe pro, 2 sets of 15, both ways, knees bent and knees straight. And like I said, with these on the floor, some people you may get tired within 15, but 15 to 20. So why is all of this important? Well, there's correlation between your ankle stability, strength, your foot stability and strength. Studies show that there's a connection between reduced strength in your toe extensors and arthritis. So the toes are part of the mechanism for the joint of the knee to operate properly. There's also studies that show that if you have weak plantar flexors, then you're going to have weakness with your balancing ability. Now, honestly, the plantar flexors are one area, but in general, the ankle itself needs to have strength so that you can reduce the risk of falls. So as we're aging in bodies 50 plus, it's important now to catch some of these different subtle changes. If you looked at the knee one, there's ways we start doing avoidance patterns, and that starts to change how, even if you change how the knee moves, you're going to change how the ankle moves. But then at the same time, if you change how the ankle moves, it's going to change how the knee moves. They all work in conjunction with each other. So 50 plus, this should still move.